I think most people, maybe everybody, has a longing to live a full life where they have a deep love for someone. They're sharing something really deep and in an ongoing way, and also to live creatively, to fulfill some kind of inner vision.
It's really about helping people to connect with the natural flow, with the love that's inside of them for themselves, and helping them to relate in a more deep, fulfilling way.
People have we have a tendency to sabotage ourselves, to get in our own way, and we're designing these workshops to help people not get in their own way, so that the natural flow of love and creativity happens. And that takes some understanding, and it takes some tools. And so that's kind of what this work is about.
The workshops are very much about bringing awareness to the places inside in a way that is preventing the love flow from happening naturally. So in a certain sense you could say that we're creating the space in the workshop for people to go deep within themselves in a setting that it can happen because they're held in that energy. We all have that love flow, so it's just a question of kind of removing the few things so that it can flow, you know.
We have 3 levels. The first level is understanding the wounds that we bring into every relationship. It's almost as if the baggage that we're carrying. And if we can understand those wounds, they're not going to sabotage the love. If we don't, they will. The second level is more about learning to trust your own energy, so that when you go into a relationship, you don't get lost in the relationship, so that you know who you are in the relating. So it's almost like the idea that the other person is not there to save you, is not there to take your pain away, but is someone you can share with when you're willing to stand on your own feet. And the third level has to do with the dynamics of what happens when 2 people actually relate on a deep level. All the difficulties that can come up, and how to resolve those, how to communicate, how to resolve conflicts, how to set limits, how to deal with the changing sexuality, how to stay open to each other, those kinds of things.
And I think what's important is not to make it too complicated, it's more really about bringing awareness moment to moment to the relating, and to recognize and to admit what's really happening. So instead of playing games, instead of going into power games, having the willingness to put the cards on the table and show what's really going on. And that's very much what we're teaching also. You know, to take away some of the games, some of the gaminess.
How to be naked, you know, how to be able to be with somebody, take off your masks. For us, healing has a lot to do with feeling some of the pain and fear that we have inside because of our childhood, because of things that happened in the past, in school and in our early childhood. And so part of healing is feeling.
Healing happens by bringing light inside to what's really happening. So it's almost as if those places, those wounds in childhood are waiting to be seen and felt. And so just by giving space to go in to actually see them and feel them from the inside, it's magic.
And another part of the healing has to do with exposure. To be able to learn how to share from an authentic place. And often we feel like it's easy to share if you're in your energy, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling alive, and so on. What's difficult to communicate is when you're feeling insecure or frightened. So that's something that we teach, very specifically how to communicate from that space. And I would say that the third aspect of healing has to do with bringing back the life energy. So we do a lot of work in the groups, just in a non-invasive way, to bring back that love of life, dancing, some breathing work, stuff that brings back the body experience.
We're brought up with this idea that love is just about finding the right person, and what we're teaching is that it doesn't really matter even if you find the so-called right person, if you don't know yourself, if you don't know what you're bringing to the relationship, you're gonna run into a lot of troubles. And so it's important to understand and to know what's really within you, because that is going to be woken up when you fall deeply in love.
Love is two people learning how to be together with all their stuff, with their defenses, with their fears, with their expectations, and learning how to blend that over time, and learning how to trust each other. And I think that real trust is something that takes time to develop, and a lot of understanding about what it takes to trust, to open yourself, and what it takes for somebody to open to you.